everybody. I hope y'all are doing well. Today we've got a special guest, someone I know really well. John Huskey is my dad, so he taught me everything I know. Anything that's annoying or anything like that, don't blame him. He tried. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing real good
Good,
today.
good. Well, hey, we're just going to jump right into it. So you've got a pretty wide background and what all you do, and really in depth, multiple years in real estate, and you've got crypto going now. So we're just going to go ahead and dive in. We're going to go real estate first, and then kind of transition over to crypto toward the end. So just kind of to start out, how did you get into real estate?
Okay. Yeah, well, my story began back in 1990s when I was first licensed. But my love for real estate and desire to get into real estate started back actually when I was in high school. I actually worked for one of my best friend's dads in construction, and he was also a realtor. So he was kind of a mentor. So I looked up to him, asked him for advice. And as I was getting through high school and graduating, I wanted to go to him and ask him, say, hey, what would you do? You're a realtor, you're a builder, you're a developer. If you're starting out my age, what would you do? And he said, man, I just go into real estate, and put everything into real estate, and you can do a good job. You can make a good living with that. So that's what I did, and enrolled in real estate school. Also, was going to UT at the time as well, working on a business degree. But I wanted to get that going, and that's how I got started. And the entrepreneurs love the aspect of not having limitations on their income, or they also want some freedom.
Right.
And we call it freedom, but it's really not freedom. It's not freedom. You're really master to your clients. Your clients are your masters. Your workload, your time. Instead of a 9 to 5, it's a 7 a.m. to 7 a.m. the next day. So,
Right.
especially when you do multiple things in an entrepreneurial world. So that's
Cool.
how I got started.
Well, awesome. So along those veins, what's kind of kept you in it?
Oh, yeah. So I've been doing it now for 35 plus years. This will be 36 in April.
Whoa.
So, real estate's had its ups and downs, just like every other business does as well. Really, the entrepreneurial spirit of real estate is what's kept me in it. You get out of it what you put into it for the most part. If you work hard, adapt, do the things that it takes to succeed, it'll keep you in it. In real estate, we tell people if you can make it 3 years, you can make it. Of course, I manage a company now, King Real Estate Services, and hire a lot of new agents. I can tell from day one if they're going to make it or not. If they have that drive, they're going to make it. If they are willing to put in the work, they're going to make it. It's not a simple, hey, I'm going to join here. You're going to hand me leads. I'm going to sell those leads. No, you've got to go chase them.
And that'd be the dream, though.
It's not like a car dealership where people are coming to your lot. You've got to go chase them down. You've got to build those relationships. You've got to get those referrals coming in.
Cool.
So, yeah.
All right. So with 35 plus years, it's going to be 36 here in April. It's real estate. It's been around a while. It's a pretty traditional industry now. Doesn't mean it doesn't have ups and downs. Obviously, I think everybody knows that. But what are some of the biggest lessons you've learned being a leader in this type of industry?
Okay. Yeah. Like you said, I've been around for over 3 decades in the industry. The industry itself goes back to the beginning of time. There's only so much real estate in the world that can be bought and sold, and it's a precious commodity. It's a asset that everyone needs to own some of it at some point. But from being a realtor perspective, and also being a broker perspective, and then also just being a person that has to make an income, the common element that runs through all of those is being able to adapt, because the only thing that's constant is change. Change is constant in every industry. You've got to be able to adapt, and that goes as far as your real estate practice, your method of gathering clients, your method of how you write contracts. When I started in the business in 1990, our real estate contracts were about 2 pages. Now the typical real estate contract has about 40 pages. So we had to adapt to how do we explain these things to our clients? How do we uh, write the terminology where it's understandable and yet enforceable? So my biggest takeaway is being able to adapt to whatever situation you face. Um, you know, Technology changes so quickly nowadays. Right. 20 years ago we had the same technology, blah blah blah. But now every year something's different. Our document servers are changing. Our The rules and regulations are quickly changing from time to time, and we got to keep up with all that. We have to keep up with the latest technology, the latest legal terminology, the rules, and we've got to make sure that we're appealing as a service provider to the greater community at large.
All right. So with being in it for as long as you've been here, you don't get to that point without being able to manage client relationships. This is a super, face first job here. So how do you manage your client relationships with the market unpredictability?
Well, the key to any successful business with the public, business with anybody one-on-one even, is communication. You've got to have clear communication that is understandable, it's simple, and just straight to the point. So with my clients, no matter what I'm dealing with, or even a vendor, for instance, clients and vendors, it's very important to clearly communicate that what you want to accomplish, what you need to accomplish, and that's the main thing. I want to set expectations up front. When I list the property, I want to list that property and tell the owners, this is what I think it could sell for. This is the time frame I think it could sell for. Now, I can't control outside circumstances. If we go to war, or if the stock market crashes, global economic confidence drops, that's out of our control. But got to set those expectations up front. And I always like to under promise and over provide. That's been kind of a thing that I've always went with over the years. Is I don't want to make promises that I can't keep. I want to pleasantly surprise people with better than advertised outcomes.
Right. Awesome. Thanks. All right. So now we're going to kind of transition, like we mentioned earlier. You do real estate and you're in the crypto world.
Right.
So what are, I guess, like real estate versus crypto? Where do you see the overlap in the strategy between the two?
Okay. Yeah. Crypto was a real easy add-on business that I wanted to get into. The commonality between the two is the entrepreneurship side of it, because there are no limits. It's definitely the way of the future. So I definitely wanted to get involved with that, because we are all financial institutions are moving towards the blockchain system, where you can transfer money in minutes instead of days.
Right.
That's extremely important. You hear a lot about that on the news. But crypto in general was appealing to me because it's something I can do that doesn't take me away from real estate. It actually helps me in real estate. So I can use profits from crypto to accentuate my income, buy other things. And that's kind of the reason it's so appealing, and very common as far as too is the same mechanisms. I use social media for crypto. Uh, Typically we use X, Twitter, on crypto. That's our primary focus. And then we use TikTok. And crypto's kind of a different situation, because you're in the crypto world. You don't really use your primary name. I am considered to be doxxed on X, so people know who I am actually, but my crypto name is Global Crypto Explorer. So that's how I operate on the platforms. But like I said, people do know who I am, uh, which is important when you're looking at a crypto project. You want to be uh, investing in crypto that the team is experienced and that it has a good reputation out there. Because there's some really bad actors in crypto, and you have to be
Yeah.
super careful. And I've been doing it now almost 2 years and learned so much, good, bad, and ugly. And but it's got a lot of good positives, and I'm happy to be into that world right now.
Okay. So, you've been talking about how tech and markets shift all the time. How do you stay on top of it so well for so long at this
Okay, that's a very good question. I'm a firm believer in staying in the know.
point?
As you can see, the background in this video, I've got the financial markets on my TV over here that I'm watching the whole time they're open. I've got crypto charts and other information always open here. I've got the real estate, the live listings. Uh, it's all about being fully aware of what you're dealing with. You've got to have that information incoming so that you can sort it, analyze it, and make the most of it. And so information gathering is number one, how to stay on top of things. But there's also, you have to take some classes. You got to dive in and um, learn. Life is a continual learning lesson, the way I look at it. No matter how old I get, I'm always learning something every day, whether it's real estate related or crypto related or family related, uh, religious related. I mean, there's always something that you can learn, and you need to be open to be willing to learn. And we don't know everything, and we have to have that humility to say, "Oh, okay, well, that's a better way of doing that. That's great. I'm going to investigate that, see if that would work for me." And that's what I've always done. I've tried to find the methods that work for me, and they may be different than someone else, but if they work for me, then I can implement that.
All right. So you mentioned on X, your Global Crypto Explorer. It's awesome. I love the name. So tell me how you kind of really got involved with crypto and what you're doing today.
Okay. Well, about 2 years ago, I had a friend of mine who was in crypto, and it, was kind of piquing my interest. I saw him started making some money and doing well, and kind of picked up what all he was doing. I think I could probably do that. Let me investigate this a little bit. So I started investing in some crypto, some stable coins, and then some of the other meme coins. And okay, yeah, I like this. This is good. I can see the potential here. It's very similar to investing in the stock market. You got to be super careful. You got to do your research. Um, you know, uh, None of what I'm saying right now is financial advice, by the way. Um, but yeah, so anyway, that's how I started as an investor, crypto investor. Then I was asked to be on a team of a new coin that was starting up last February. And so the coin that I'm part of, I'm one of the core three members of this team. It's called Ziggy on Base. And the base stands for the base chain. There are several different blockchains, but base chain is one of the newer one's probably about 3 years old now, but it's got a great reputation of being a more of a transparent, honest blockchain that has less what we call rugs in the business, those kinds of things. So I was real excited to learn more about that, and so we started this coin on February 16th, 2025, and it's going really well. We have our one of our partners in the project, the lead guy who started Ziggy on Base. He's uh, a surfer by heart. I say he doesn't surf a lot, but he's always loved surfing. But he's actually based in Texas, and he's the one that came up with the idea of Ziggy, the blue iguana, and I just thought it was cool. And everybody that we introduce it to just thinks it's cool that this surf loving, beach vibing blue iguana, uh, living the greatest life you can imagine on the beach, and that's what meme coin crypto is about. It's all about the hype, the vibe, And what we did as well, he found this coin. I'm sorry, he found this animal, the blue iguana. It was also an endangered species. So we were really easy. It was a real easy transition to also add a conservation aspect to our coin to help stand out, make a little bit of difference, you know. So we are a conservation meme coin, which we've actually sent over $5,000 to the National Trust of the Cayman Islands to help in the conservation of the blue iguanas. And we actually, me and one of the other guys went to the Cayman Islands and created that relationship with them and had a great time. Saw all three of the Cayman Islands and just helped really further develop um, our intent to help the blue iguanas, and we're also working on doing beach conservation. So we've got some big things planned for that too. But you know, if you have any time, you can check out ziggyonbase.com. That takes you right to the website. That'll take you to all of our links to find out more about Ziggy. But Ziggy's a great avenue to help people get into crypto. It's kind of like a gateway crypto. We call it, you know, I tell people on some of the spaces I'm on, it's like a gateway drug, but for crypto, because it's fun. It's a cartoon character, but it's making a difference, and you can see your money grow. And it's very, very, very beneficial so far, and it's something will be around for years to come.
Awesome, thank you. All right, so what are some of the challenges whenever it comes to crypto with building trust in a decentralized space?
That's a good question. We actually, on the Ziggy team, we do some in-person events. We'll go out to restaurants that have a good similar vibe that matches well with Ziggy. And we'll set up and introduce ourselves to, you know, patrons that they come by and learn about crypto, free crypto, you know, free crypto education. And that's something that people are going to be getting more and more used to. The decentralized world we're living in, we are definitely moving that direction. I promise you, every day you can Google the word decentralized, and you're going to see something about crypto, how it's getting closer and closer. I heard something on the news this morning about someone on Fox News, Business News, Stuart Varney, said he had to send some money to Australia, and a year ago it took him 4 or 5 days. Well, they did it with blockchain technology, and it took less than 2 hours.
Yeah,
you know, so there has been a big push against decentralizing it from the banking industry because they don't want to lose control. But that's where it's heading, and it's more about self custody nowadays. So with the self custody, we're able to track and trace those transactions and keep it through less hands, which means less cost. And I think that's where the banks have their issues. And we explain that to people getting into crypto. That's why the banks are always so negative about it. But here lately, you're seeing more and more banks coming on chain because they're about to get left behind if they don't get on. So, and that's the main thing. So we explain that. And like I said earlier, you know, especially with meme coins, you've got to trust the team. The stable coins out there like Ethereum, Solana, the bigger stable coins, that's more about the technology side of things. But if you're getting into crypto now, you're still early because, you know, in crypto, you always want to get in early. So
now I have a couple questions I didn't pre-warn you about.
Okay.
So good luck. Have fun.
We'll see if I answer.
We'll see if I answer
them or not.
All right. So the section title that I put in here is broker to blockchain. So it's bringing in the real estate aspect and the crypto aspect, kind of compare and contrast, basically. Okay. The first one I've got here, you know, compare and contrast real estate and crypto with the investment risk, that sort of thing.
Wow. Real estate is a lot less risky. Crypto is extremely risky. Crypto is extremely volatile. You can put money in a crypto and it'd be gone in 30 seconds. You can put money in real estate and more than likely it's going to grow at some point. There may be some pullbacks from time to time, but
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not going to lose money long term.
Mm-hmm.
In crypto, there's always that possibility. Even with Bitcoin, for instance, we were up to 126,000 per coin
Mm-hmm.
a few months ago. Then all of a sudden in October, it pulled back all the way, I think, almost to just below 80,000. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people lost money that bought at that 126,
Yeah.
but they're going to be richly rewarded down the road because Bitcoin's always going to go up. It's like kind of like the stock market. You got to wait. There's pullbacks
Mm-hmm.
and wait. Now, if the coin itself goes away, then yeah, you've been um, drained. You're gone.
Mm-hmm.
That investment's gone.
Yeah.
But that's why you always want to do your research.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get with if you ever invest in meme coins, you want to do a lot of research, find out who is behind the coin.
Mm-hmm.
There's tons of uh, computer science apps that will you can put the addresses in of these contract addresses in, even of the wallets who are holding, find out if they're reputable or not, if
Mm-hmm.
they have a history of rugging projects.
Right.
And that's what I do. Before I go into anything, I check it out.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Now, for those of us who don't know all the terminology, would you
Mm-hmm.
mind explaining what rugging means? Because
Okay.
you mentioned it a couple of times. I just want to make sure
Yeah.
everybody knows.
Okay. Rugging is when somebody pulls the rug out from under
Mm-hmm.
you, just like the old cartoon characters. So there's some malicious people out here in the crypto world that
Mm-hmm.
they just want to make a quick buck. So they've launched these great, sparkly, shiny new um, projects that look really good. They got good narratives,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden people start investing, and then an hour later, the project creator has pulled all the liquidity out of that project.
Mm-hmm.
So all of a sudden, they've taken that $100,000 where people were investing and they pulled it and put it in their pockets.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of safe mechanisms to prevent that when you
Mm-hmm.
do your research. There's a lot. You look at the tokenomics, which is the economics of the token,
Mm-hmm.
supply versus holder count, and who's holding what, and
Mm-hmm.
um, if the liquidity's been burned, if the supply's been locked. There are a lot of details that go into
Right.
smart investing in crypto. So that's number one.